Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Autumn and I am back with another video. It's a little less adventurous, so I do apologize, but if you are interested in the JET program coming here to teach in Japan, this is an important one for you, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So we all know that when you get here, you have to introduce yourself. You can't be antisocial. So you have to say hello. There is a wonderful thing that you should prepare for if you are on your way incoming in August called a Jikoshoukai. Jikoshoukai, right? It's basically like a self-introduction that you will do for pretty much the first at least 2 weeks of you being here in Japan. So yeah, I've got some tips. I've got exactly 3 tips for you for making the perfect Jikoshoukai. Also, I have some side tips, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I will read my Jikoshoukai just to give you an example. So let's get into it, okay? So the first tip is to make sure you have the important stuff. And I'm talking the greeting, your name, and where you're from. Those are the 3 top things that the people want to know. They want to know that you are polite, so make sure you do good greetings like hajimemashite or yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And you're gonna want to do like even if you don't know how to say those, you can literally just say konnichiwa, or if it's morning, say ohayo gozaimasu. Simple greeting, just a greeting. You're gonna want to know your name in Japanese. My name is Autumn in English, of course, but in Japanese, my name is Otamu. It's easier for them to say, harder for me to say. So practice whatever your name is in Japanese. Practice saying it because you're going to say it a lot. Also, make sure that you put in there where you're from. So I'm from America. They all know that though. So they want to know exactly where I'm from. So I let them know I'm from Georgia. So that's really good for this tip, okay? Number 2 is to give it some flair, some pizzazz, some spice, a little bit of spice in there. So what I did for this is I mentioned things that I like, food that I like, music that I like, or a hobby. If you are into mountain climbing, tell them that you're into mountain climbing. If you're not into any of that and you can sing, tell them you can sing. If you play an instrument, guitar, piano, tell them. You will be amazed what these little things will strike up conversation, and they're going to want to speak to you about your hobbies or things that you like. For me, I like Utada Hikaru. I love Japanese pop music, so that's something that kind of like gives conversation. I also really like ramen, so actually the mayor suggested some ramen spots for me to eat at. I think that it's good for you to like put a little bit of interesting things in there about yourself, something that, you know, makes you a little more 3-dimensional instead of like a 2D character. Tip number 3 is the smooth landing. The smooth landing. And the reason why I call it this is because you're going to kind of like win them over with this one. So you can do a number of things here, just as long as you end it with your end greeting. So you could tell them that you'll do your best to teach the kids, or you could tell them that you plan to study more Japanese, or that you look forward to seeing their beautiful country. Just make sure that you put it in Japanese clearly, but any of those things, if you want to talk about like something you look forward to in the country, this is the perfect place to put it. And then of course, you're just going to end it. It's like the piece de resistance. Boom. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu and bow. Okay, from the top. With these 3 tips, you're going to be able to do the perfect Jikoshoukai. Of course, nothing is perfect. Japanese is difficult as hell. So, practice, practice, practice. It's okay if you mess up. Me personally, I had my notepad with me the whole time just in case I missed something while I was speaking. My Japanese is not perfect at all, but they appreciate you trying even a little bit. And so that leads me to my little bit of side tips that I have. You're gonna want to have multiple versions. For me, I had a version for my teachers, I had a version for the principals, I had a version for the mayor, I had a different version for the students, I had another like super short version for just people that I met in public, like not at the school. So you're gonna want to have different versions. Some of them will be shorter because you are on other people's time. You need to hurry. So the one for the kids can be a little longer because they kind of really want to know about you. Like I said earlier, it's okay to mess up. They just care that you're trying. So honestly, I can't say certain words because my mouth won't let it work. But they still appreciated that I was giving it a shot anyway. And also, try to remember to bow. You're so hooked on what you're gonna say that you forget like the honorifics, and just bow at least once, please. And if you can't remember what you want to say, by all means, write it down. It's okay. Write it down. Read it off like I did. It's definitely going to be helpful if you just write it down. Also, it helps to write it down so that you can like pick out which parts you want to say and which parts you don't think are very good, right? Okay. So, if you stuck around this long for this portion of the video, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will read my Jikoshoukai if you would not mind hitting that like button so that we can help other people learn how to introduce themselves in Japanese. All right. So I am going to do my Jikoshoukai. Please do not copy me because like you're not me and I'm not you and we don't like the same things. So I'm gonna read off the paper because my Japanese is not good. But yeah, so. The first sentence from the beginning. Hajimemashite. Watashi wa Otamu desu. Watashi wa America kara kimashita. Watashi wa Nihongo ongaku ga suki desu. Yutada Hikaru no ongaku suki desu. Watashi wa ramen to tokoyaki suki desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Boom, simple as that. I messed up a few times. It's okay. It's a super simple Jikoshoukai. You can add a little bit more flair in there if you need to, but basically I just said my name is Autumn, I'm from America, and I like ramen, Japanese music, and takoyaki. Super simple. If you want to, you can go over with your supervisor or whoever your boss would be, whoever you report to talk about like what may be appropriate, what's not appropriate. Mine pretty much seemed to go pretty well. Of course, like when you're speaking to different audiences, certain things resonate better with others. Like for me, the kids don't really care that I like Utada Hikaru, but they really loved that I like anime. So I just switched it out, you know. Yeah, so anyway, that is the end of this video. If you have any questions about Jikoshoukais and like what you could do, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I'll be sure to reply as quick as I can. But until then, let's go. Bye, guys. So like, the neighborhood has like this little chime, and it's exactly 5:01, and it just started singing. So I hope you didn't pick that up on the camera. I mean, it's 5 o'clock, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go eat because I'm really hungry. I had a long day. I'm still in my like work attire. I didn't even change clothes. Like, I'm gonna go. Bye, guys.